Hello Aquarius, thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards I'm using Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Alright, already shuffled. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, this is, okay. Okay. There's like, there's a lot kicking this off. Like, my first thought with Aquarius is this is something you have created. You created this situation. I'm getting that very strongly. In the sense of like, you got the Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, and you got the Six of Pentacles. Like, I feel like you were afforded an opportunity to make what you wanted of it. And you looked at the situation, this is what I have, this is what I can do, this is what I want to do with it. It's almost like, I'm thinking of an Aquarius friend, I think she's an Aquarius anyway. And like, she wanted a home, it was a fixer-upper, she knew what she had, she created it, and she's been fixing it right along the way, and she's been making it literally what she wants it to be. And it's making me feel like that. Like this is something that she's like, it's not all perfect. It's not the best situation, but you know what? It will be. I will take what's not right and make it right. I'm not looking at it like it's all roses and sunshine, but it will be one day because I will make it that way. And that's what I'm feeling with this. Like actively creating the plan, making it happen. You know what you got. You were afforded an opportunity, a good opportunity. It wasn't exactly perfect, but you're like, I can work with it. And what's not right, I can make right. Alright, so this is how you got into this. That's kicking the ball into play here. Now, this one card. You got the Queen of Swords in the environment, which is telling me there's hard rules here. There's just like the flat-out reality of what you're dealing with. But there's also this purity card here, and this card, like this, I think it's a very interesting card, because it's a blonde lady with very fair skin and pink lips, and like, to me it's very, it makes me a little uncomfortable, to be honest with you. But I think it's supposed to, because I think it's supposed to say, purity is not all it's cracked up to be. And I feel like it's also saying purity is what you believe it is, not so much what it actually is, because you'll notice on that card, you'll see the dark colors in there, up on the mountain there, like there's dark trees, you know, there's some darkness at the bottom of this card, and I feel like what this card is trying to say, that everything that starts pure doesn't stay pure. The only way something stays pure is if you just walk away from it and never touch it. It can't stay that way on its own. You have to bring some dimension. Like, it's not going to have any dimension if it doesn't have some impurities to it. It's not going to have any true beauty without impurities in it. And I feel like that's what this card is trying to say. Like, it starts off with best of intentions. But even though it's starting off with the best of intentions, there's things to be handled right off the bat. And I'm getting like there's the harsh reality of what's being dealt with here, and just going into the situation bare bones, this is what it is. That purity card feels very strange to me, because I feel like it's saying it's a harsh situation to start with. And if you look at this card a little closer, that's a winter environment. Like, winter can be very harsh. I'm saying that living in New York, and it's cold outside right now. I think it's like 2 degrees. So what I'm saying is, like, yeah, it may be pure, it may be just as pure as the driven snow, but that snow is cold. Like, just because you're going into the bare bones, this is just what it is, this is purely what it is the pure what you're dealing with, it still does, that doesn't mean it's not harsh. That doesn't mean that's a fluffy cotton pillow. That's cold snow, that's 2 degrees snow. Like, that's cold. Like, you know, just because it's pure doesn't mean it's fun. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't mean it's right either. I get that too from this. And the moon is on there. The moon is up there in the corner. I don't know if you can see it. Which is saying there is a degree of mystery here. That card is just, that's feeling very awkward to me at this point. Because I feel like what they're saying is, like, when you go into this situation, it looks one way, but it can't stay the way it is. It's kind of like you buy you buy a loaf of bread, like, are you just going to put it on the counter and just look at it? No. Like, why? Like, even if you do, it's going to mold. It's going to go bad. So, like, whatever starts pure will not stay pure. Whatever you're starting with, the original intention will not stay the same. Things are going to change. Are we good? Because this situation is taking you time. I just have I don't feel good with that card for some reason. I'll probably come back to it. The situation is taking some time. And you're pulling things together, you're making things work out, you're dealing with things as they go. It's taking a while. It's like you keep adding more situations, and it's almost like making Thanksgiving dinner. It's just kind of like you get one dish taken care of, you have to start making the next one. You got to cook the turkey while you're doing that. Like, there's a lot to be done. There's a lot that has to happen, and it's going to take quite a while. What does it take, like 4 or 5 hours to cook a turkey? Something like that. So it's like it's a situation you're working at. You're constantly working. You're constantly putting in the effort, and I think that's a big piece of this too. You're constantly putting in the effort. You're constantly working at it. You are progressing, but it's a long haul situation, which is kind of connecting with that friend of mine. Like, she's been working on that house for the longest time, but she's making progress. It looks beautiful. She does great work. It's forever and a day. And I'm getting in the environment. The queen, not the queen. This is the Page of Cups, but it's almost like this is a young queen, in my opinion. It's like one day she will be the Queen of Cups. That's kind of how I feel about this. The situation is at the part where you're like, well, she's only 12 right now. She can't really rule on her own. Like, you know, that's not a good idea. Even if for some reason she becomes the queen, she's gonna have to have advisors, you know, or else it could be an issue. So I feel like you're looking at the situation like it's got a lot more to go. It's come a long way. Like a 12-year-old, that's somebody who's almost self-sufficient. You know what I mean? They could do a lot. 12-year-olds could do a lot nowadays. They probably always could. But they're not quite ready to live life on their own. So it's kind of like it's getting there. It's making progress. I'm happy with the progress. I just wish it was 20 years old already and could live on its own. So that's going well. Now we have this in the environment. These two face-down cards, in which I feel like this is maybe the biggest part. If this reading is pulling towards you, if you're still watching and you're wondering, well, what am I getting out of this? This is face down in the environment. The Five of Cups with the Trust, which is telling me things can go better than they have been. Getting some more support, getting some more information, something else could add to this. They got trust with the Five of Cups, kind of like, I feel like what they're saying is you need other input. You need new input, you need fresh input. There's another angle you need to add in here. So for example, if I was going to talk to my friend, and she's doing this and she's doing that, and she's like, well, it seems to be taking forever, blah, 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 blah. My first thought is like, I would be like, what other ways, what would it take to make this move faster? That's the first question. And I feel like the answer would be, well, more people helping, more money to pay for the stuff I need to get. Those two factors is what I need. So then the next question is like, how can you pull more people into it, and how can you overcome the money factor? Because I think then you might be like, well, then I also need the time to do it. The time to do it might be the third factor. So I feel like that's what they're saying. Like, at this point, they're advising, because this is face down, to get your goal farther ahead and better what you want, more of what you want. Make a quick list. What would you need to make this go forward faster? More people, maybe, more resources, and the time to do it. Like, what would that add in? What would you need? Because they're saying you can get this, you can get what you want quicker, in a good way, not like rushing, just rushing to get it done, but like more resources, more people to help you. This can come in. This can happen. They're saying you can make this come forward sooner than you think. If you're okay with waiting it out, which if this reading is hitting for you, you probably are not, then that's your business. But if you want this to go forward faster, you want to get to that goal sooner, they're saying make a quick list. What would it take to make that happen? And then start drilling that down. Like, what can I do to make that happen? Like if I need more people, how can I get more people? Will my friends help me? Like my nephew called in a lot of family, to help him fix a house he bought. That made things go a lot better. I know other people who have like done fundraisers, or I know a lady who's I think she's a reader. Is she a reader? I don't know. She found a way to do like a side job to build more money, to get more money, to get those resources to do what she needed to do. So they're saying you can make this better. You don't have to just accept the pace that it's going. If you decided this is unacceptable or you don't really like it, it's dragging on. The Five of Cups with the trust is like, trust that you don't have to just accept it for what it is. You can change this. You can take those 2 cups and then you can flip up the other 3 too. You just got to address them and go towards them and fix them. Not saying that's going to happen in 2 minutes, but you can start working at that and make this trip shorter. That's all I'm saying. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever the situation is you're working on, and I'll use my friend's connection again with the house, you're going to have a great outcome. You got the 2 of Cups. You're going to be very, very happy with the outcome. And you're going to be very thankful for what you have. It's going to be a moment that you're very connected, very joyful, exactly what you wanted. You will get there. That's the point. You will get there. So there's no need for you to be overstressed. So like you want this to go faster. You don't want to wait as long. You know, search out these other possibilities. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. What the hell? The hiccups are driving me crazy. But like, all right, so this is, I don't want stress to come into this. So how do we avert that? Like, you don't have to make it go faster. You get your outcome either way is what they're saying. If you want to, just go at it in a leisurely way. Make a quick list. What do I need to come into my life? To make this go faster, what do I need? Need more people, need more resources, need more time. Okay, so just like brainstorm, what possibilities for people? Do I have family that would help me? Do I have friends that would help me? Do I have family/friends that would help me? That's a possibility for people. All right, so if I could get these people to help me, that would help. That would suffice for that. So how do I get more resources? I need more. I need to buy this. I need to buy that. What can I pull on for that? Can I do a garage sale? Do I have a talent that I can maybe do little side jobs? Maybe I want to get a second job and build some extra money so I can do this. What other places can I pull in some resources so that way, even though I have this help, now I have some way to apply this help. All right, so I got those 2 taken care of. When do I have the best, when is the time going to be conducive? Like, can I do this on weekends? Is it after work where I can do this, where I can be available to actually make these changes? Do I have a vacation coming up in a while that I can utilize that to get this goal taken care of? Whatever's acceptable to you, of course. Like, nobody's saying you have to sacrifice your vacation. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but whatever is conducive for you, that works for you. So, like, just slowly go into it. Nobody says you have to run ahead. Like, the way this is building anyway, it's like it seems like it's taking years anyway. So you don't need to solve this in 2 seconds. You know what I mean? This isn't about a quick goal. This is just kind of like leisurely go into it. These are my problems. This is what I can do. Just let yourself enjoy the thought about ways you could possibly solve these things and just keep drilling it down that way. Because I do see you're having a great result here at the end. The moon is just saying like, when you finally get there seems to be up for grabs. Like, sooner or later you will get there. Like, the blessing of the moon. I'm feeling the blessing of the moon here. Because this is like, she does, for some reason, I know she's supposed to be blonde. But to me, it's like, she looks kind of like she has gray hair to me. It's almost like the beautiful crone. It's like a beautiful crone is what this looks like to me. It's kind of like she's saying, you know, your time will come. Your time will come. Things will work out. It will be a beautiful moment. You know, realize you will have it. The blessing of the moon. I feel like the blessing of the moon is coming here, especially because I'm connecting to this certain friend. And when I feel moon for that person, it's like the blessing of the moon. And I feel like the blessing of the moon will happen for you. Now, I know people are going to put in comments like it's mystery and this and that and the other thing. I know that, but I'm telling you, for this reading, that's how I'm connecting. The blessing of the moon. Your blessing will come. It will happen. Just when it will happen is up for grabs. Anything else? I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.